Hi everyone, I'm Fox 19 Now, First Alert Meteorologist Anna DuVall here with your forecast update. Today is a First Alert weather day due to those heat index values over 100 degrees. So let's go ahead and jump right into our weather story for today here to start off your Sunday. We might have a few storms out there early this morning here and as we continue into the afternoon hours, but by the evening we're going to be feeling pretty tropical out there. So this is what it's going to feel like out there. It's going to feel like you're at the beach because it's going to be so hot, so humid. You're going to wish that you had some water to cool off in. So if you have a pool, today's a great day to get in it. This is what it looks like outside the Queen City right now. We have some clouds out there and it's really hard to see, but we're mostly cloudy out there right now. We have a little bit of a northwest wind out there, and our dew point is at 68. So that's pretty high. To be comfortable, we like to be between 50 and 60. So 68 already is pretty warm to start off your day. And we can see all of those clouds out there right now. As they start to stream on in, we've been seeing a lot of cloud coverage today, but we had these storms that were over in Indianapolis and that are starting to push their way more southerly than we were expecting them to, but a couple showers and storms will still be moving into the area in just a few minutes here. I'm sure we'll start to see some of those storms, move on over into our area here, because this is what we're expecting over the next few minutes here. So this is what it looks like basically right now. This is at 11 a.m. You can see those stronger showers over to our north and west there. And then as we continue over the next few minutes here, as we get to 1 p.m., basically most of us staying dry, most of us just having that cloud cover, and just a few of those pop-up showers out there. So this is what it's looking like right now. Sorry, my grandpa asked me if I was on today. Sorry, I needed to tell them that I was on Facebook doing a live stream here, so everyone needs to come on here and check it out. So we're looking at just a few showers by 1 p.m. Most people, again, staying dry. That'll be the pretty consistent story through 3 p.m. here. I know that a few models have now updated, so this is looking a little bit drier through the next couple of minutes here. So that's good. That's good news into the afternoon hours. Staying mostly dry. I know there's a Reds game this afternoon, so it's looking to stay dry for that. You may see a shower or two at the beginning, but overall, mostly dry. Our First Alert weather day isn't because of the rainfall, but because of the heat index values over the next several days here. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we can expect those heat index values over 100 degrees. So we're just issuing that first alert for everybody heading out the door early this morning. Still a little hot and humid, but not in that 100 degree range until the afternoon and evening hours here. So we're definitely going to have some heat and humidity to an excessive extent here. Our concern is obviously the heat index values over 100 degrees. So this is basically what we're looking at here. So let me go to this heat index explainer for everyone, just in case no one has any idea what a heat index value is. I know we've talked about this a lot this summer, but I just want to go over it one more time for anybody that is new here and wanted to get some more information about our heat index values. We can use heat index and feels like temperatures interchangeably. They mean the same thing. It's just a measure of another person's discomfort. Heat index feels more sciencey term, and a feels like temperature is more relatable to people. So when we use those interchangeably, it's just because feels like temperature sounds more relatable to people, and it makes more sense too, because that's what it literally feels like outside instead of a heat index. So basically what a feels like temperature is a combination between the temperature that we feel outside and the relative humidity or the dew point. And when it's over 100 degrees, we start to get risks of heat-related illnesses, and it increases dramatically once we're in those 100-degree ranges. Heat is the #1 weather-related killer, so we just really want to take the proper precautions here and let everybody know what's going on over the next couple of days. So you can take a water bottle with you out the door, make sure you're getting in the shade, taking frequent breaks into the air conditioning. All of that is much needed over the next couple of days here. So let's go ahead and look at the temperatures right now. Most people in those upper 70s. Some people seeing the low 80s already this morning. You can see 80 degrees in Hamilton, Lunkin 82, Batavia 81, 77 at the airport. A little cooler, our coolest spot up there in Richmond. You can see 75 degrees. So a little cooler, but hey, I mean, it all feels probably about the same, is what I mean to say here. So it's a little warmer around the Cincinnati area, around Lebanon as well, just due to the fact agriculture. And then we have, you know, our urban heat islands along with that. So a little bit warmer around the city here, but again, all of us probably feel about the same outside with the heat and humidity. It's hard to tell the difference between these temperatures. So this is what we're looking at. If you need to plan your day still, you still haven't got out of bed, you've been watching us all morning long thinking, "Gah, it's hot out there. I don't want to get out of bed and do anything today." It's almost like a rainy day out there. You don't really want to get out of bed, get out of the house because it's just so humid out there. It's so hot. But these are what you're going to need today if you're heading out the door and you haven't gotten ready for the day yet. T-shirt and shorts, definitely. Sunglasses, sunscreen too. It's going to be very hot. Rain jackets, we're probably going to need those just for a few spotty areas. We went through that Futurecast model there, and you saw just spotty shower and storm chances. But if you get caught in one of those, a rain jacket might come in handy. Very clearly, we don't need the rest of the things on this list here because it's just going to be so incredibly hot over the next day and Monday and Tuesday. So it's going to be very hot and humid out there. You might even need a swimsuit for today. Here's your pool forecast. By noon today, 84 degrees. We'll keep that cloud cover. We saw a lot of that pushing into the area as we were as I was showing you the satellite and radar with those storms rolling in. Really won't affect our area all that much, but we are getting a lot of that cloud cover from those storms in our area. 87 degrees by 2 p.m., flirting with the 90s by 5 p.m. So we'll start to see sun a little bit. Not a lot of rain expected. This is a great day to get out, get in the pool, enjoy the relief while you're in the pool because there's just not much relief on the way until we get about midweek here. So we're going to have to deal with the heat and humidity over the next couple of days. If you're heading out to the Reds game today, it's going to be hot and humid. First pitch is at 1:40. So we're in that prime heating of the day there. It's going to be so hot, so humid. It's going to feel a lot warmer than these temperatures look. I know when you see 80s, you're like, oh, it's only 80 degrees, but this is going to be feeling more like 100. The high temperature isn't in here, but we will get up to 90 throughout the day. It's going to be like in between the 7th and the end of the game there. So it's going to be hot and humid. So take my word for it. It's going to be feeling like almost 100. So definitely 100%. If you can bring in a closed water bottle, do that. Drink lots of water. Maybe sometimes you need to get up out of your seat and go stand in the shade for a second. Totally understandable. It's going to be hot and humid. A beautiful day for a game though, honestly. Like those showers and storms. I know it says stray storm on there, but a lot of people are going to stay completely dry. That's just on there just in case, because there's a very slim chance of seeing anything. That's for your Reds game today. We can go on to see for the full day. Like I said, we're going to get into the low 90s today. We have a little bit of a northwestern wind. Maybe that's helping cool us off a little bit, but it's really not. We're really just experiencing a lot of heat and humidity across the area. We have that slim storm chance like I talked about that's mostly going to be confined to these early hours today. So like this morning. So let's go ahead and look at our high temperatures across the area here. You can see most people seeing those lower 90s, but there's a few cooler spots here, very similar to our temperatures right now. cooler up in Richmond, Middletown at 90, Lunken 90, Harrison as well as Batavia, all seeing 90 degrees. A few people in those upper 80s, Wilmington 86, 88 in Hamilton. So very warm across the board here, but really you take this and you mix it with our dew points, and you saw how high they were on that currents map there. They're going to continue throughout the day. Now this is current dew points, but again, they'll continue to rise as we get a little closer here. 68 degrees in Batesville, 70 in Harrison, Lebanon, one of those agricultural hotspots, lots of humidity getting added into the air from all their crops, 75. The comfortable range again is between 50 and 60 degrees. So a lot of humidity out there. It's going to be a little bit hard to breathe, a little hot, a little humid, and it's going to be like this for a few days. So I want to show you guys an upper air forecast. I know this is kind of a little bit difficult to describe, but this is our upper air. This is what we look for in the atmosphere to see troughs and ridges. Ridges are a good measure of seeing where the high pressure is and where we're going to see drier conditions and very hot days. Now over on our more western sides, this is where we see a trough, and there's a trough over to our east as well. But we're seeing this high pressure sitting over us, and this is basically like the ring of fire right here. And you can see where I have these arrows pointing is where those storms are just creeping over the high pressure and getting pushed into our area. They are gonna be weakened when they get here, which is a good sign. That's good news. We do want the weakened storm, so that's good for us, but we're going to continue to not see very much relief over the next couple of days. I know a lot of you want to see what our feels like temperature is going to be like today, so let's go ahead and move on to that here. This is what it is. Today, feeling like 103 degrees, very similar to a lot of the U.S. here that we can see on our map. Again, that high pressure system sitting right over Arkansas and Missouri area, so you can see everyone around there seeing those heat index values in the triple digits. We are one of them. You can see sort of surrounding us where they saw that rain, heat index values not as high, up to our north in Chicago or in Cleveland, but we're really seeing those triple digit heat index values. This is going to be very similar to tomorrow. Tomorrow, 102 degree heat index values. Again, we're going to see this on Tuesday, 104. And then we'll start to see, I guess you can say, some relief. As we move into Thursday, even more relief. You can see 90 degree heat index values. And this will just continue to be the trend as we move into Friday as well. If you need to see this on a chart, because it's easier to see here, then you have Monday, 102 degrees, 104 by Tuesday. So these are our last couple days of this heat index values in the triple digits. And then you see kind of a pattern shift here. You can see where our heat index values start to go down and then even into the low 90s by Thursday and Friday. Definite pattern shift here. You can see with our rain chances that shift as well. Sunday, we have that chance, that's today. Monday, that chance is lower. Tuesday, we have a little bit of a chance, but the real shift, again, just like on our heat index values, doesn't change until Wednesday. You can see where it's scattered to almost widespread on Wednesday with those thunderstorm chances. And then those heat index values drop off. And we're seeing very minimal rain chances by the end of the week, which is such good news. Yeah, definitely a good week to not be outside. If you work outside, this is not a great week for anybody that has any outdoor activity plans, just because it's so hot and humid over the next couple of days. So let's go ahead and take a look at our Muggy meter. Here you can see very humid conditions today. We do start to lower a little bit, drop in our humidity as we get a little bit closer to the middle part of the week here, but again, not much relief. We only see a little bit of that comfortable air, but really that's going to be so early in the morning that nobody even feels the lack of humidity that we're feeling. So that is just a brief overview of what we're feeling like here. I can see if we can go a little bit further out in my futurecast here as the models have continued to update it, so we can see into Wednesday. I'm not sure if this one goes that far. You can see Tuesday, very minimal rain chance, but it's there. You see those isolated showers behind me here. And then as we go into Wednesday, it doesn't go as far as Wednesday. We tried. We do see some showers on Tuesday though. So basically we do have that pattern shift, which is good news for us. I mean, we do want those cooler temperatures. I want to go off a little bit on another note here. I know that a lot of you guys have seen the newscast and seen a lot about the tropics recently. So I just want to show you guys what Hurricane Erin looks like right now. Overnight last night, Erin had rapid intensification. So on Friday at 5 p.m., Erin was going 75 miles per hour and was a Category 1 hurricane. No less than 15 hours later, rapid intensification happened. 8 a.m. Saturday morning, Erin had 145 mile per hour sustained winds, was a Category 4, and then a few hours later, it got upgraded to a Category 5. So Erin was the first major hurricane here in the Atlantic hurricane season, and she got all the way up to a Category 5. So definitely a very strong hurricane out there. Currently, the winds on Erin are 125 miles per hour. She is a Category 3, expected to, again, rapidly intensify back into a Category 4 as we reach Monday. So definitely keeping a close eye on this. This affects us very little in the sense of we're not going to see impacts directly, but we will see that those rain chances start to kick up as we reach Wednesday. You can see I showed you those rain chances, and you can really see by Wednesday, Thursday starts curving around the eastern coast there, and this is when we can start to see definite rip current, strong rip currents along the coast. Also some rain getting thrown into our area. So this is definitely something we're watching out for, because the rain could get wrapped in to our area and get thrown over into Cincinnati. It might be a reason why we're having some increased rain chances into the middle part of the week. We'll just have to continue to watch Erin and make sure the track that she takes is well off in the Atlantic there. But yeah, if you have any last minute plans for the summer, any last minute summer vacations, definitely some dangerous rip currents along the east coast there, and this is currently impacting the Leeward Islands, the Virgin Islands, and Puerto Rico. So if you have any plans, that's what's going on. I want to go through all of my story one more time to show everybody before we get off here, so that everybody knows what we're looking like for the rest of the week ahead. For anybody just now logging on here, this is what we're looking at. So here is our satellite radar. A few people starting to see rain right now. And most of us staying dry. Most of us just have those clouds streaming into the area. All of those stronger showers and storms well off to our west there in Indiana. So we're staying mostly dry for right now. We are expected to see some rainfall into the next hour or so. So this is at 10:30. It is 10:30. This is at 11 o'clock. You start to see some of those showers moving into the area, but a lot of those weaken as they move off. That's been the trend all morning long. The showers and storms over Indiana and Indianapolis have weakened as they move closer. You can see that here at 1:30. Most people staying dry, but you can see a couple of those spotty showers here and there. Mostly dry by 3:30, but there is a chance to see a few more pop-up showers throughout the area here. But again, mostly dry, so that's not why we have the first alert weather day. The reason why we have the first alert weather day in store for us today is because our heat index values over 100 degrees, and that'll be the trend for today, tomorrow, and Tuesday. So we're seeing this very hot, feels like temperatures for the next couple of days. Again, just excessive heat and humidity confined to those afternoon hours between 1 and 3 p.m. That's when our prime heating is there. And with our heat index values over 100 degrees, that's obviously our concern here. I do want to explain to everyone one more time what heat index values mean. You can use heat index and feels like temperature interchangeably. Again, feels like temperature just is easier to convey to people. Heat index feels like a sciencey term, but feels like temperature is relatable. You go outside, you say it's hot as blue blazes out there, and it's so hot your skin's melting off, or all of those phrases when it's 1,000 degrees outside. Is what it feels like, but we have a real measure of what it actually feels like to people. So this is what we use. It's a measure of discomfort. For an average person, it's a combination of heat and humidity, so the temperature for the day and also the humidity. And anything over 100 degrees seriously increases your risk of heat-related illnesses. So just make sure you're taking proper precautions out there. If you do work outside, make sure you're taking frequent breaks indoors, in air conditioning, in the shade, drinking lots of water. Just make sure you're staying safe is all I mean here. So this is what we're feeling like out there right now. 80 degrees in Hamilton, 82 in Lunken, Batavia 81. Richmond, our cooler spot at 75, but not much cooler. They're still feeling pretty hot and humid out there. If you're going out today, still haven't got out of bed, I know that I probably wouldn't want to get out of bed either. Our outfit of the day here, t-shirt, shorts, sunglasses, sunscreen, rain jackets might be a possibility into the afternoon hours here. And of course, you might need your swimsuit because you need to get some relief somehow here. By noon, 84 degrees. We'll have clouds still in the picture by that 2 p.m. mark. 87 degrees, flirting with the low 90s by 5 p.m. So it's going to be a hot, humid day if you're heading out to Great American Ballpark here. 1:40 is first pitch. It's going to be hot and humid again. That stray storm or shower can't be ruled out, but it's going to be mostly dry out there. First pitch, 83 degrees, 86 by the 7th inning. And then by the end of the game, 88 degrees, very hot and humid. Those temperatures don't look hot, but it's going to be feeling over 100 degrees during this ball game. So make sure if you're heading out to the game, you're taking all the proper precautions we talked about earlier. But like I said, we're going to get into the low 90s today. Slim chance for some storms. A little bit of a breeze out there. It's not providing much relief either. So we'll cross the area. Let's go ahead and look at these high temperatures. 90s for most people here. 87 in Batesville though, Lebanon 87. Middletown is 90, as well as Lunken and Harrison. So feeling pretty warm out there for our high temperatures today. And let's go ahead and take a look at our dew points because we're already rising in our dew points as well. A lot of people seeing those upper 60s, some people even seeing 70s in spots. So it's very hot. Clearly we're humid based on the dew points. Comfortable range is between 50 and 60 degrees for our dew point. Here again is our upper air map. Again, I'll make sure you guys understand. If you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. Let me know here. This is what we look for in the very top of our atmosphere. We're looking at troughs and ridges, which tells us different things. Right now, we see a ridge over our area, which means that we have a pretty solid high pressure system, which likely means we're going to see clearer skies, hotter temperatures across the area. So this is what we're looking like right now. You can see a little bit of a trough over to our east, and in the same story over to our west. So you can see this roller coaster right up and back down, right over the top of us. We're just right on the cusp of what we would like to call the ring of fire here. So we're here, and then everywhere else is seeing rain right above us. So we're still stuck in that heat and humidity. For now, this is what we're looking at. This will continue, obviously, to move past as we get into the next couple of days here, but it's going to be there for a hot minute because it's going to be almost like a heat dome out there. 103 degrees first today, feeling like 102 degrees for Monday, and on Tuesday 104. So it's going to be hot and humid over the next couple days, but we do have relief on the way. This is for Wednesday, 97. And then as we move into Thursday, feeling like 90 degrees. That's a whole lot better than 97. And then 91 by Friday. So hot and humid days ahead for sure. Here's a different way to look at it if we wanted to see it a little bit differently. 102 degrees is what we're expecting for Monday. Tuesday, 104. You can see we'll start to dip off with that pattern change here. 97 on Wednesday, 90 on Thursday. So we're going to start to feel a little bit better once we get towards the end of the week. And this is partly due to the fact that we do have pretty significant rain chances leading into Wednesday here. So you can see we have that widely scattered chance on Tuesday, and we have that scattered to almost widespread chance for our Wednesday. So pretty significant amount of rain is expected, and expected as well is going to be the humidity outside. So definitely going to be very humid over at least today. We're going to still be feeling pretty humid Monday and Tuesday. Definitely not as much. You can see we're still going to stay in that pretty humid, very humid category for the next several days here. So I want to just go ahead and I'm going to show you guys the 7-day here so we can see it all together as one. It just has to, it takes a second to load here. But over the next 3 days, we do have first alert weather days for you. That slim storm chance today and tomorrow, 90 degrees for both days. Then as we move into Tuesday, 91 spotty thunderstorm chance. Still going to be hot and humid, feeling like 100 degrees for the next 3 days. But we don't have first alert weather days for the next few because you can see that's when that pattern change happens here. 86 degrees on Wednesday. Look at those low temperatures. We're going to be back in the 60s. So we'll be getting that relief overnight. We're not getting as warm during the day. No, our heat index values won't be anywhere close to what they are right now. This will be the story for the next couple of days. We'll become a lot more comfortable and outside. We'll see the sunshine out there. It's going to be comfortable though. We're clearing from those clouds and clearing from the storms, but the main word here is comfy. I mean, that's all we need to know. The heat index value is so hot over the next 3 days. You just need to be making sure to drink lots of water, taking frequent breaks indoors, especially in the air conditioning. And if you can't, being in the shade as much as possible while you're working outside. So this is what we're looking like outside right now. I hope everybody is having a great Sunday. This is your update though. I'm going to go ahead and put the 7-day full screen for everyone so we can take a little moment to look at that. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Stay safe, stay hydrated, and have a good work week ahead.